My boyfriend broke up with me while I'm on vacation and I did not see it coming. I'm currently on vacation with my family, and my boyfriend has been acting strange all week. We had a little argument a few days ago which requires a little context, but I'll try to keep it short. So, a few weeks ago I went bowling with my friends and didn't mention it to him. Right before I went, he asked me why I didn't tell him I was going and was kind of hurt. I thought that this meant we tell each other our plans for the day moving forward, so while I was on vacation he went out drinking with his friends. I asked him why he didn't tell me, and I thought it was weird since a bar setting is a lot different than a bowling alley. He got mad and said that he feels like he's not allowed to have a life. He also made a big fuss about wanting to be posted for National Boyfriend's Day, but then didn't post me for National Girlfriend's Day. I think those national days are dumb anyways, but when I asked him why he didn't make a post for me he got angry and defensive. So he ignored me for a few days, and when I called him and asked him what gives, he told me he's not happy and doesn't think we're going anywhere. It was completely out of the blue and he did it without showing any type of emotion. We worked together. He told me he already talked to our boss and made sure we wouldn't be scheduled together. We were taking 2 classes together this coming semester and he said we'll each drop one. He also asked me to drop his clothes and items off at his friend's house, who lives a good hour away from me, and I told him I am absolutely not driving all the way out there just to deliver his clothes. I'm devastated and I don't know what to do. Our relationship wasn't perfect and we had some hiccups, but we always talked things out and made it work. I'm so sad and it's ruining the last few days of my vacation. How can I get through this? ComNet. He doesn't get to dictate what you do. Do not drop a class that you want to take. Do not drive anywhere with his stuff. He can arrange pickup. Talk about a hypocritical controller. I'm sorry if you're hurting. If you were my daughter, I would thank the stars that this guy let himself out the door. His emotional immaturity is a big problem. Just be busy. Hang out with friends, go out, focus on hobbies. Go no contact. Box up his stuff. If he wants it, he can come get it. Don't play his manipulative games. You are better off. Next story 2. I am trying to figure out what I should do with my crush. Okay, so I am really into my crush. Her and I have a lot in common, from music to anime to how we view things. She has only ever dated one person before and it was for a few days, so you could say she has never been in a relationship before. She has said age and looks do not matter, as she would be with someone for their personality. She prefers women but would date a man. She is also grossed out by anything sexual in nature. As someone who is semi-asexual, I do not mind if we did not do anything. I would wait until she was comfortable, of course. Another girl is into me. She is the opposite. She is very sexual, and has even said she would let me be with another woman in bed if she can watch. Am I crazy for rejecting her who is into me, for my crush who may not even like me in that way? I have dated many girls in the past, but every single one came to me first, and then I slowly got feeling as we dated. This is the first girl I ever had feelings for first. So as someone who has always had them come to me, I do not know where to even start. I just do not know what to do or even how to go about it. Comment. I mean, if you are not into her, you are not crazy for rejecting her. As for your crush, you can try to ask her on a date and see how she reacts. If she says no, you respect her and continue to be friends with her, without second intentions. This is my dilemma. I also like the other girl, but I'm more into my crush. And I do not want to outright ask her out, as it may ruin our friendship. But if I wait too long, I could potentially end up with neither. From what you describe here, your crush has all the makings of a great platonic friendship. You're not her preferred gender and neither of you are sexually motivated. The age difference would be a bit creepy for romance, but you get along great and have lots to talk about, you know, like a friend. But if you're semi-asexual, you can't get with 26F either. She's going to want sex all the time and you're not going to want that. Seems you should be BFFs with 21F and maybe just let 26F fade away. If you truly want romance, try to find someone over 25 who's likewise not that interested in sex. Good luck. Next story 3. How can I lower my expectations for our relationship? TLDR, how can I get over my too high expectations and just be happy in the moment with what we have? I want to learn to lower my expectations to be happy in the relationship. Details: my fiancé sucks at planning stuff. The 5 years we've been together, he hasn't done anything special, i.e. seeing a movie, buying a seemingly random gift via Amazon Prime for birthday/anniversary, running errands together, more than 2x since we moved in together 4 years ago. From his own admission, he struggles with focusing on things. I plan stuff for us semi-frequently, but it makes me sad he never does for us. I even tried to make a list of things we could do, from free to a $600 overnight trip, this summer, so all he had to do was choose one and say we're going since we are both off from work, teacher/seasonal, and we haven't done anything besides the dates I took him on. We also don't have sex often, and as a result I don't feel desired by him. I struggle with horrible self-esteem and low confidence. I am struggling to disconnect his engagement with me to my value as a person. However, we do a lot of the little things. We run errands together every Saturday, frequently walk to get a takeout coffee, watch a movie at home a few times a week, eat dinner together every night that I want to learn to feel more satisfied with. I realize that my expectations aren't fair for him. He doesn't need those things. I want to learn to lower my expectations so I can feel more satisfied in the relationship. Some lines of thinking I need help with. We don't have sex, or if we do, he doesn't really touch my body. In my mind, it's because I am ugly and not sexually desirable. How do I get my brain to not think that and instead understand that we don't need sex or physical connections? He doesn't take me out or plan special dates for us. My brain, if you were a better, more interesting person, he would. You don't deserve nice dates and trips anyways. Girls like you don't get the kind of love you read about. Instead, how can I learn to be happy and content with the little things? There are more obviously, but I think that kinda gets to the bottom of some for now. Also, if anyone has any self-help books along the lines, I'd appreciate the titles. Comment. I don't think that is the move to make here. Listen to yourself. You're unhappy because your relationship is unfulfilling to you. You've painted yourself into a corner where you think acceptance is the only option. What will happen is that you pretend to be happy. Then, you will hit your disappointment again. You're saying your expectations are not fair to him. But what about you? The two of you can talk and you can tell him. I can't provide you with any advice on how to lower your expectations. You've already been doing that, seeing how 10 months ago and present day. Seems like nothing has improved. Your standards are already there. Do you really want to go lower? My honest opinion is you should be seriously reconsidering your marriage. You were unhappy 10 months ago and the same thing in different texture today. Your marriage is going to be a disappointment. Please give this part of your previous post a read again. I am resentful because I work all day, come home, chill for a second, immediately start cooking dinner, and then get ready for bed. Meanwhile, my BF games and smokes weed all day. He literally wakes up, games, smokes, games, smokes. He games while I make dinner, he games after dinner. All day. He's gotten a little better about things around the house, like he will sometimes sweep, will almost always take the garbage out, and will always wash the dishes, but the bulk of it still rests on me. I plan, buy, and cook all of our meals. We tried a subscription meal box plan, but the meals were supposedly too hard for him to do, so we cancelled. I record and do most of the shopping for household things, like grocery staples, cleaners, laundry stuff, light bulbs, etc. I spend my Saturdays sweeping, mopping, picking up, cleaning the kitchen, cleaning my bathroom, don't share a bathroom because I got too grossed out by his washing the bed sheets, etc. Other people don't define your worth. You have worth regardless of how other people feel about you. I have some suggestions of reframes for your thoughts, like you've asked for. One person's desire to have sex with you has nothing to do with your overall attractiveness. Go outside and walk down a busy street. Do you want to rip the clothes off of everyone you walk past? Probably not, right? But the vast majority of people you see either are in sexual relationships or have had sexual relationships before in their life. You not wanting to have sex with them doesn't make them inherently undesirable. So why would one person not wanting to have sex with you make you undesirable? What's so special about this guy that he gets to make decisions about who is and isn't attractive, to anyone, forever? Again, why does this one guy get to decide who is interesting and who is not interesting? Who deserves dates and love and who doesn't? He might not care enough to plan dates for you, but that is about his choices and his behavior. If someone asked you to take him on a date, and you said no, does that mean that that person is inherently unlovable and undeserving of care and attention? Hopefully you don't have the power to make those kinds of judgments over a person's worth and life. So why do you think this one guy you're dating does? However, wanting a partner who likes having sex with you and planning things for you to do together is not a high expectation. Don't let your other distorted beliefs like I ask for too much, I should lower my expectations, or it's not fair to ask for my needs to be met stop you from finding happiness in your life. You don't have to settle.